you had requested a Mercy guide ever since I started uploading, so here it is. Before we begin, I'd really like to say thank you so much for all your lovely comments and support from the previous face reveal video. You are all so beautiful inside and out, and I just want to hug all of you. Also, I have some awesome news. I'm super excited to announce that I will be a part of Alpha Sydney as their content creator. They'll be supporting me with promotions and giveaways with you guys. Yay! What I love about Overwatch is that every game is a different game, with different people and different mindsets. So even though I've played over 200 hours of Mercy, I never really get bored of playing her. Overwatch was my first FPS game, and the reason why I started playing Mercy so much was a combination of being able to fly around the map and helping out my in real life friends. And also because my lack of aiming skill, that face. Therefore, the tips from this video is based solely on my experiences. Let's go! If you right click Mercy's staff, it increases a single teammate's damage by 30%, and if you left click it, heals 60 health per second. The range of her staff is 15 meters, which allows Mercy to be not in the middle of the action, but still healing. Also, her beam doesn't cut out if you momentarily go in between pillars or walls. I get a ton of questions asking who to prioritize damage boost to. In competitive, we usually have 2 healers, 2 tanks, and 2 DPS. I usually pick the one who is the easiest to maneuver around with, or who can protect me the most. Say we have a Genji and a McCree as DPS. I'll stick in the backline with McCree because Genji will be the one in the middle of the fight, and I wouldn't want to put myself out there. Another example is a Mei and a Soldier. Mei can self-heal, but you're pretty much on your own if she shifts into an Ice Block. Stick with Soldier as he has his healing grenade. Following a Reaper around is a no-go, because he is a flanker. Just make sure you keep an eye out on him and top his health up when he Wraith forms out of the fight. A good Pharah is every Mercy's best friend. However, you must make sure that you have another teammate to shift to if she gets picked off first. Never ever follow a Tracer. She is the fastest character in the game and can easily recall health and get health packs. In conclusion, for offensive characters, I would damage boost first Pharah, then McCree and Soldier. For defense, I would damage boost Bastion, Hanzo and Junkrat. At the end of the day, it is open to interpretation. For healing tanks, I prioritize Reinhardt and D.Va because Roadhog can self-heal, Zarya has her bubbles, and Winston can jump out easily. Basically, I make sure my team is almost topped up with health before I damage boost anybody. But if I already have my ultimate, I let the other healer do most of the healing. Mercy's pistol does 20 damage per round and 5 rounds per second, which is 100 damage per second. To be honest, I rarely use it, because it is better to let my DPS gain their ultimate, whilst I gain mine from damage boosting and healing them. Essentially, I don't want to steal their ultimate charge. Say situations like you have a Mei Blizzard where everybody on the enemy team is frozen. You might want to help out with your pistol to ensure they are at low health. Also, if you're 10% from your ultimate and the enemy is killing everybody, you can quickly get the res up if you shoot at them. Damage boosting your teammates give you more ultimate charge. This can be calculated. Mercy's ultimate costs 1,300 points. She gains 4 points per 5 healing and 2 points per 3 damage done by her damage boosted target. Let's use Pharah as an example. Pharah's bullets do maximum 80 splash damage and she's shooting 1.1 rounds per second, therefore 88 DPS. Mercy's boost would increase the damage by 26 to 114. Theoretically, you gain 76 ultimate charge per second, assuming she isn't hitting direct hits and is only shooting at one person. A good Pharah would do more damage than that. In comparison, Mercy's PP pistol has a maximum DPS of 100, which will produce 100 charge per second assuming you're hitting every single bullet. Say you're only hitting half of your bullets, therefore you'll only be gaining 50 charge per second. Our third ability is Mercy's Shift, Guardian Angel. What a lot of people don't realize is that you can press Shift again to cancel the ability, so you aren't in the team fight. I'm always aware of where all my teammates' positions are, so if a Genji ulties me, I quickly find another person to shift to that is further away. If you find yourself stuck in a Graviton Surge and there is a nearby Pharah or teammate, you can shift out of it before it sucks you in. Mercy will also passively regenerate 20 health per 3 seconds of not taking damage, so if you're below 60 to 70 health and there are no health packs nearby, Make sure you hide in a safe spot to regenerate that health. Mercy revives nearby dead allies at full health and with a brief moment of invulnerability. Resurrect has a short cast time during which Mercy can still move. In a lot of play of the games, you will see a Mercy come in and res, and die shortly after. Because pressing your Q automatically refreshes your shift, to minimize the chance of you dying straight away after you res, make sure you have in mind a teammate that is the furthest away from the fight and shifting to them as soon as you revive. This increases your chances of surviving. We all know communication is an essential key in Overwatch. It's important to let your teammates know your resurrection is ready. On defend maps, I play in the very back of the team when I have res. It's not really useful you being dead when you have your ultimate. Just before a massive fight, flankers like Genji and Tracer would try and hunt you down because, well, they know you have res. Make sure you hide in places where the enemy won't look, but it's also close to your teammates. I'll definitely make a video containing Mercy hiding spots in the future. Again, communicating and letting your team know that you're hiding is important. In some cases, I sometimes find myself yelling, "Die on point!" just so teammates actually group together and die together. You can't help it if Orion decides to charge at the point in an enemy-made blizzard in an attempt to save himself, but saying something like, "Please die on point so I can res all of you together," will definitely help convince them. I got a lot of questions asking, "Oasis, who should I resurrect?" Again, that is communication with the team. 99% of the time, I save my ultimate for at least 2 or more teammates. Basically, as soon as you hit an enemy's ultimate, you have to play very defensively. If you know the enemy hasn't used their ultimate in a while or are doing a push, stay away. A good example is when the enemy uses their ultimate, you res your teammates, then your team will come back with the ultimate if they saved it during the push. This isn't always the case, and you will have to communicate with the team. For example, in order to see if you should res that one Ana with his ultimate ready that can nano boost the Rhine, it really depends on the situation. It's time for Tweety questions. Tweet tweet. Tammy asked, "What do you do when you fly to a teammate and they die leaving you alone and surrounded?" Well, firstly, do not fly in a single teammate if they're already dying and the rest of your team despawned. This is a big no-no because you're going to be dead and have to respawn again late and your teammates will lose a healer. Mercy is super dependable on her team and you can't afford to risk your life like that. Phantom Gasha asked, "How do you survive Genji, Tracer, and Harambe with electrical vacuum, plus when Zarya doesn't shield?" Well, as I explained earlier, you have the shift ability and a Winston and Tracer close ranged enemies, so well keep an eye out for somebody that you can shift to or communicate with your team that you're being attacked. Hanzo Overwatch asked, "What do you do when you're in a sticky situation with only enemies around?" Well, get out your pew pew pistol and get that ultimate up, Hanzo. Mr. Ills asked, "You should explain how to help a team that overextends and doesn't win. P.S. They are also trickling." Well, I always let my teammates know that they're dying one by one because they're tickling in, and ask if it is possible if we can group together. Well, if they don't listen still, rest in peace. Abby Johnson wants to know, "What do you do when you flank with another teammate and they die and you're stuck behind the enemy team?" Well, unless I'm going to damage boost the Pharaoh for her ultimate and my team knows that she's doing it, it isn't a good idea unless you're communicating with your team. Also, your healing beam is super obvious, so it would definitely give away your position. Alfredo asked, "If we are healing somebody, should we be looking at the backs or looking around?" You should definitely be doing a combination of both. Kyle asked, "What should be the priorities of the res? For example, if a tank dies but the enemy isn't pushing in, res or no?" Definitely no res. Hypeman said, "My team won't protect me, help!" Well, if they won't listen to your calls of help, try switching to another support because, as I said earlier, Mercy is super dependable on her team. Josh asked, "Hi Oasis, any tips on how not to die?" Please help me in 5 paragraphs. Single space, Arial 12. No repetition of words. T-way. Hi guys, I'll link the script in my Patreon post so everybody has a chance to read through the guide properly. Lastly, Duo_Overwatch said, "If you don't die, you win." Guy finished. GG easy. Well, I guess that's a true. Thank you for watching my video. See you in the next one. Bye!